We are live. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? What's happening? What's happening? Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Yes. Welcome to another episode of Plugged In with R.D. Muhammad, creator of digital target marketing, blah, 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 blah. Bestseller author, all of that good stuff. No pats on my back. It's because of you, ladies and gentlemen, that have put me in the position in the situation that I am to where I can finally say I can live my dream and love my life. I want you to today, we're going to do a deep dive study or a deep dive discussion today on LLC. Now, a lot of students or clients, I should say, a lot of clients that I have coached or helped along the way to get them to where they want to be in life, to turn their lives around. The question always comes back to where do I LLC? Now, there is nothing, ladies and gentlemen, well, let's get a little clap praise on that. There's nothing, ladies and gentlemen, that is written in stone to say that you have to LLC in the state that you live in. Absolutely nothing. No one can tell you where to LLC at. Now, some states are god-awful, astronomically, the price is high. And then the annual fees are just murderous. Actually, it's just, that should be illegal, some of the prices that some of the states charge. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you some things that's going to help you along the way when it comes to LLC and registering your business. Now, one particular client is taking I'm putting her through the course right now. I was talking about Taylor Brands. Now, I don't know anything about Taylor Brands, but I know from the price that she told me that she has to pay Taylor Brands in the state that she lives in, she's paying an extra $300 for no reason at all. Now, I know that the society and the world that we live in is the microwave society, and people want that right now instantaneous results. But when you are spending money that you don't have to spend, you can reinvest that money back into your business. Now, I'm going to share my page with you because I want you guys to see this. Let me grab my old man eyes. Yes, I'm officially joining the old man club, ladies. I'm going to have to get me some readers. So now I'm going to share my screen with you because this is very important. You guys can see this right here. Now, this is a complete list of all 50 states and what they charge, how they charge to LLC your business. Now, if you look right off the top, Alabama, $200 filing fee. And your annual fee is a minimum of $100. That's $300 right off the rip. Now, this money is due 2.5 months after formation. And you have to go to the Alabama Department of Revenue, initially business privilege tax returns. And you have to go to that department, or that's who you pay it to. Now, this is crazy because now if you drop right down here to Alaska, it's $250 filing fee, $100 annual, biennial, January 2nd. So that's every 2 years on January 2nd that you would have to pay that $100. But listen, go drop down here to Arizona. Arizona is a $50 filing fee, no annual fee, And no annual fees and no reports due ever in the state of Arizona. And you don't have to pay anything else after that. Lock, stock, and barrel. Boom. Your business is registered as an LLC in the state of Arizona for $50. I don't think y'all heard me. For $50, you can register your company, your business in the state of Arizona for $50 flat rate. Now, if you live in it, let's go back up here again so you guys can understand that. Alabama, $300 a year. Alaska, $350. Well, it'll be and I'm going to tell you that wrong. Your filing fee is $200. Your annual fee is $100. So once you pay the initial $300 in the state of Alabama, it's $100 every year after that. And if you go to Alaska, it's $350 the first year, but then you only pay $100 every 2 years on January 2nd. But then you drop all the way down here to Arizona. It's $50 flat, period. You are done. So why would anyone want to go to Taylor Brands and register their company as an LLC when you can go to Arizona and do it for $50? Now, my customer, my client now, I'm saying, no, she's not a customer, she's a client. My client now is paying $400 to Taylor Brands. Now, she's in the state of Georgia. So let's just roll down here and see what Georgia prices are. $150. So why is she spending an extra $250 for somebody else to register her company? And it's due April 1st, and you send that check to the Georgia Secretary of State. $50. $150 for the first year, $50 after that. So let's dig off into this because you guys need to understand just how simple this is to register your business. Now, and then I'm going to touch a little bit on why you should LLC your business, because you get all types of tax breaks, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the wealthy has been doing for years, many moons. Now, if you guys have followed me and tuned in, and you recall back when we talked about a shelf corporation, SHELF. Now, these are companies, these are LLCs that have already been registered, and they have a number of years under their belt, but they're not operating as businesses. Now, do you want to make that a hustle? I can tell you how to make that a hustle, ladies and gentlemen. You can create shelf corporations, shelf companies, LLC them, just to say for the sake of the state of Arizona. You can get 3 of them. That'll cost you every bit of $150 to register 3 businesses, shelf corporations. Now, you're going to put those on a shelf and let them age in years. Now, the reason why you want to let them age is because to qualify for business credit, your business would have to be in business for 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years, that's one of the criteria for you to qualify for business credit. Now, once you qualify for that, then based on, now, because business credit is completely different from your personal credit. Absolutely completely different. Your personal credit is not going to get you a $500,000 loan. Depending on based on how much money you make. I mean, if you're a gazillionaire or a millionaire, you can do that. But the average Joe, let's just say your business and your company is only doing $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 a year. But you want to do upgrades and get upgrades. Your business credit is completely different. Your personal credit operates on a score of 900. Your business credit operates on a score of 80. You see how this business thing is way different. Now, let's get back to the shelf corporation and how you can turn that into a hustle. You create these different companies under different names, different titles. So let's just say you want to come up with a baby clothing brand. All right, you create that baby clothing brand company, and you license that, register it in the state of Arizona, $50, and then you don't have to ever pay a filing fee ever again. So when year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5 comes around, someone can now offer you a price to buy that name. Ooh, y'all don't hear me. And if you go back and look at that episode on that podcast, I even gave you guys the website that tell you, did you know that there are some people that are offering hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy your shelf corporation from you because A, you have the name that they like and they want to use. 2, you have the years that will qualify them and make them eligible for that $500,000 loan process. Tell me that ain't a come up off of $50. See, this is why knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. When you know a thing, you can operate in that space more fluidly. You can flow, and you can it's effortless. But people won't even step out on the game because it don't sound right. Well, anytime you hear something that doesn't sound right to you, that's not an automatic reason to say, that's not true. It's the reason it should make everyone go back and research it for themselves. This website, ladies and gentlemen, this photograph that you're seeing right now is on the internet right now. It tells you Georgia, $100, $50 registration fee annually. Florida, I don't know where in the world Florida comes up with this $138.75 annual fee. But that is ridiculous. Their fee is more than the cost of the registration. Look at Delaware. $300 every year? Ooh! Ouch, that hurts. Hawaii. During the quarter of anniversary date. So now, but you're only paying $15. You would have to pay in that 3-month time frame or that 3 to 4 month time frame of your anniversary date. That is relaxed right there, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm still loving Arizona. Well, hold up, because look at Idaho. You can LLC in Idaho, register your company for $100, and you must file an information report, no fee though. All you have to do is let them know is the business still the business? Everybody on the board or the owners and all that stuff is still the same. Blah, 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 blah. No problem. But you don't have to pay nothing. Ever again. $100. This list goes on and on. Based on where you are from, you can just go to your neighboring city. Ooh, look at Mississippi, Alabama. Why would you want to pay $300 when you can go right over to the SIP, the MI cricket letter, and pay $50 and no annual fees ever again? People in Arkansas, people in Kentucky, well, hold up. Let's look at Kentucky. Kentucky, that's not bad. So the people in Tennessee, hold up, listen. Tennessee, oh my God. $300 registration fee, $300 minimum a year, April 1st. So why would you pay this, Tennesseans, when you can go right down here to the SIP, or you can go right up to Kentucky, and either you're going to pay $55 My bad, $65 in Kentucky or $50 in Mississippi. Come on. Now, how do we do this and how do we get away with this? Let me get back over here to the main screen so you guys can see how are companies getting away with this. I'm going to stop sharing screen. Again, there is nothing written in stone legally that says you have to file or register your company, your business in the state that you live in. Nothing. You don't even have to live there. How do we know this is true? Everybody all over the world knows that Coca-Cola is headquartered, or their base is in where? Atlanta, Georgia. Hot Atlanta. Everybody knows that Coca-Cola's company is based in Atlanta. But when you go back and look at the records, Coca-Cola Corporation is not registered in the state of Georgia. Ooh, y'all didn't know that. Go back and read it for yourselves. They have never been in the state of Minnesota. Never. Anheuser-Busch. Go back and look at some of these companies, ladies and gentlemen. Go back and look at Microsoft. Everyone all over the world knows that Microsoft headquarters is in the state of Washington. Washington State is located in Seattle, but they did not incorporate in the state of Washington. You don't have to. You can register your company, your business in any of these states. So why not register your company? Now here's where it gets good. Why not register your company in just say Mississippi? $50, that's it. Arizona, $50, that's it. Kentucky, $60, that's it. $15 a year, April 1st. Why not register your company in these states? Now what you do is, if I live in Alabama, I registered in Mississippi. According to the law and the IRS, and this is all legal. Wealthy people have been doing this for years. I can register my company in the state of Mississippi. Now, I myself, even though I own that company, I can then go to whatever city and state, just Alabama. I'm coming back home to Alabama. I go and get all of my business licenses that I need. But my company is headquartered or is formed out of Mississippi. So this is where it gets good. I am bringing an out-of-state business to the state of Alabama and hiring Alabamians, which is me, myself. Ooh, y'all didn't know y'all can do that. So yes, I can list myself as an employee of my own company and then pay myself a salary. So I would list myself as a district regional manager or supervisor. How do we know we can do this? Because Jeff Bezos, everyone all over the world knows that Jeff Bezos owns Amazon. But he's also listed as the CEO and president of Amazon. And his annual salary is $300,000 a year. Now, I don't know about your mathematics, but my mathematics does not equal up to $300,000 a year, and now you are worth $248 billion. How does that happen? Because you list yourself as an employee, which is one of the great benefits of doing this, as well as all of your personal possessions, your earthly possessions are now owned by your company. It's all legal, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you don't want to ever put anything in your name. Your business owns everything. Real talk. I want you to let that sizzle in your spirit. This is what makes the Democratic Party so super pissed and upset at the wealthy. And they don't pay their fair share. Well, the law says I don't have to. Only poor people have to pay their fair share. Because we have a business. And this is how they've been getting away with it for years. But see, people want to have their name on something to make them feel like they have arrived. You know, especially in our culture, the urban culture, we want to put our name on everything. Put our name on the front windshield of the car, put our name on the license plate. We want the whole world to know that this is ours. But wealthy people don't. With the exception of Donald Trump. But that's branding. He branded his name. So in branding your name, that means you're getting paid for your name. But people out here in the everyday world, you're not getting paid to put your name on the license plate. Actually, you're paying more because you personalized it. But you sell your car to your company. You're going to have to pay that car note anyway. You're going to have to pay that car note anyway. You guys drop a 1 in the comments if you understand everything so far. So, sell your house to your company. And you can do that legally for $1. Sell your car for $1 to your business. Now, your business registers that license plate under the company's name. Now it changes the dynamics of that vehicle. Because when you buy the vehicle for yourself currently, right now, you don't get any money off of that. You don't get any tax breaks off of that unless that vehicle weighs more than 6,000 pounds, and then you can get all types of tax breaks because of the fuel, thanks to George Bush, early 2000. 2000, I think it's 2000 to 6,000. 6,000 pounds is a big old car. This is why under the SUV plan, and you guys can Google that and read that. But you get all types of tax breaks. So if you got all of these big SUVs, these Denali's and Suburbans, and you're not filing that on your income taxes, you are losing money, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get back to this. Sell your car to your business. Now it changes the dynamics of your business or that vehicle, because now that vehicle is a complete write-off for the company. Not for you. For the company. Sell your house to your business. Get it out your name. Now, that whole entire house becomes a write-off for the business. Doesn't do anything for you, but it does for the business. Now, here's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. Your net worth has just increased because your company that you own now owns all of these assets. So your company is now valued at a higher price than you. That's where you want to be. And you get all of the tax breaks. All of this is in the IRS code. You can go and read it for yourselves. I'm not telling you anything that I am not doing myself, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't do that to you. So when you register in these companies, again, that website, just so you guys can know, and you can go online to do this, is LLCuniversity.com. And the article is called, it's the LLC annual fee by state, all 50 states. And this came out in 2022. So these are all the new pricing. All the new pricings. There we go. All the new pricings for the LLC fees by state. And if you're living in the state of Alabama, you can go online to Mississippi.gov. It'll take you straight to the Capitol. Online service. And then you advance search LLC registration. And it's going to take you straight there. This is why you shouldn't have to pay Taylor Brands $400. because it's all plug and play. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's all plug and play. You know your name. You know your address. And you pull out your debit card or your credit card and you pay your fees right there online, and then you can print off your whole entire complete registration. It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life when you know how to play the game. This is why I really, when I started understanding what it means to get away from people that don't know more than you. When you surround yourself with people that don't know more than you, you cannot grow. If you are the smartest person in the room, you are definitely in the wrong room. But there's a saying that if you are around 2 millionaires, you will be the third. Why is that? It's because the words and the knowledge that they're going to be talking and speaking, if you don't catch some of that stuff that they putting down, ooh. So again, this is why you don't have to go and charge. Matter of fact, let's go back over here. I'm going to share this page. I'm going to show you guys just how simple this is to register your company online. Now, let's go back over here. Mississippi. Boom. We're going to click on the Mississippi LLC. Now, here's a quick overview on starting the LLC in the state of Mississippi. And then you can go right here. Here it is. Forming an LLC in Mississippi is simple. Search your Mississippi LLC name. Now, that's first and foremost. You want to make sure that the name that you have is not owned by anyone else. That's the first thing. All right. So once you do that, then you'll come down here, file your certificate of formation. Let's go straight there. This is where it's going to take you. It's going to take you to, how long does it take? It takes minutes, ladies and gentlemen, minutes. Create an online account. That's just how simple it is. You never have to leave your chair. Hold up, because you guys can't see that. I'm sorry. You guys can't see that. So let me share this third page. Let me get over here. Hold up, because you can't see it. You can't see it. You can't see it. And I know you can't. Give me just a quick second. Share screen, tab, boom. No, how to file. There we go. Now, this is just how quick this is. You go to the Mississippi Secretary of State website. That's it right there. Click the registration button. Then click I am not a robot. It can't get any simpler than this. Enter your name, physical and mailing address, and your business email address, which, again, we talked about that too. Establishing a business email. Get rid of that Gmail, that Hotmail, that Yahoo account for your business. If you guys didn't watch that episode, hit me back. I'll fill you in. I mean, don't hit me back, but go through the news feed or go through and listen to the podcast that's on wherever you listen to your podcast at. I'm on 14 different platforms, preaching this good gospel to change your life. But this is how simple it is. A page will then appear confirming the creation of your online account. Click exit. Wait 30 to 60 seconds. Come on. Come on. Seriously? Seriously. Then visit the login page and enter your username, which will be your email address and your password. Then click login and boom. There you go. So why, again, would anyone want to pay somebody else? Now, this just dropped in my spirit. Whoa! Hold up. If you want to create a business for yourself that can make you some money, Create you a business and a company that creates LLCs for people. What makes Taylor Brand any different from you? And they making $400. Where your 400 at? I just showed you how easy and simple it is. I just showed you how you can go and create a shelf corporation. Even if you kept that corporation for 5 years and nobody ever bought it for 5 years. What's 5 times 50? $250. You've only spent $250 in registration fees. Now, if you do it in the state of Arizona, you only spent $50. So it's not hurting you to invest $50 into a company that's for the future for somebody else to buy. But y'all don't hear me though. Ooh. Hold up. I gotta hit the button on that one. I gotta hit the button on that one. Why? It's so simple game. Matter of fact, I need to make sure I remember that because that's going to be my next business. I am just going to create shelf corp companies with a licensed registered LLC, and I'm just going to sit back and wait. And you can create them under any name. You can call it the Acme Construction Company, LLC. So when somebody who starts and forms a construction company in the next 5-10 years, guess what? They can't come up with that name, the Acme Construction Company, because it's already registered and owned. But when they search that, it's going to pop up. I'm going to create me an Acme Beauty Shop or an Acme Beauty Supply Chain, LLC. So when somebody wants to open up a beauty supply store and they want to call it the Acme, I'll come up with some great names for that. Because some of these businesses are just registered locally and they're not registered. So I don't care how many Nubian beauty supply stores that there are locally. If they're not an LLC, I own that name. And I won't make no waves. I won't make them go back and pay me for it. But if they ever decide to make a move and make it an LLC, now you got to pay me for it. Or now you got to change your name. You see how this works, ladies and gentlemen? This is why we have laws about copyright and trademark and register. When you see that little circle with the R in it, that means registered company as an LLC, an incorporation, or a corporation. That's what that little R means. The TM, of course, you know, is trademark. And the C is copyrighted. This is how you can make money on top of money. And it is effortless. It doesn't cost you anything to get out your bed or off the potato couch, come to your laptop, and just create business. And that's $50. I have seen times that I threw $50 away in the club. Holla if you hear me. That was a time that I drank $50 at one time. Go and buy you some Johnny Walker. Just a glass, and tell me how much that shot cost you. Or go and buy you some Dose and tell me that glass ain't $48. So we spend our money on things that's not making us any money when I'm giving you a lane and a way to tell you how you can take that $50 and invest it into something that's going to bring you a major return. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you guys for chilling with me these 35 minutes. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you picked up some of this game that I was putting down because, ooh, that piece of fat got some flavor to it. All you got to do is let that marinate in your spirit for a little bit. Let that sizzle in your spirit. There is 1,000 ways for you to make money. And you don't have to come up with something that where you don't have to go out here and build a team and get people to draw the circles and come to meetings and all this other kind of stuff. You ain't got to do all that. Form you a company like Taylor Brands. Sit back and create different logos under different scenarios or different entities, different businesses, different ideas. God gave us a brain of creativity. If you can dream it, it can come to fruition. We have the same capabilities. Oh, God, I don't want to start preaching. But this is what I tell people when I go speak. If God put into us, when he breathed life into man, he breathed part of himself into man. So just like God said, be and it is, let there be and it was, we have the same power too. The only ones who can be creative, the only ones who can think, the only other being that can make a decision is God and us. So if you can dream it, you can say be, boom, and there it is. And it ain't no hocus pocus magic trick. If you can think of a name, if you can think of the logo, put it together. There are websites out there. This is what I give my clients and my students who take my program. I give them these apps and these websites to where you can create logos, where you can create brands, build these companies up, and then turn around and sell it. And it didn't cost you nothing, but what I can do a content created video right now in under 2 minutes. Actually, I've done it while I was driving. Dangerous, don't recommend it. Don't text and drive. Well, technically, I wasn't texting. I was actually creating a company from light to light. So before I even hit Publix, I had already come up with a whole new company, name, logo, and the email address. It's that easy. When you repeatedly do something over and over again, it don't take you long. It's hard in the beginning because it's new, and you got to force yourself to learn something new. Think back to when you was working on your job. Them first 2 weeks of you working on your job, you was wore out because it was new to you. You're using muscles and using parts of your body that you have never used before. But then after a while, you got used to doing that. Now them 8 hours don't even feel like 8 hours. You're like, man, I just got here. Before you go to start work, and next thing you know, they blowing the horn for lunch. And we're like, Jesus, where did the time go? It's the same way, ladies and gentlemen, in business world. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you did, you can always go and subscribe. Please subscribe to Plugged In with R.D. Muhammad. I am on Spotify. I'm on Apple Pod. Apple Pod is the same ones that own iTunes. Same thing. I'm also thank you for the listeners and the subscribers that have came in, because now I am on Amazon as well. Amazon just picked up the podcast. Thank you. It was because of you, ladies and gentlemen. It was because of you that now I am on Amazon. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I am everywhere. Please go and subscribe. If you are on the Facebook page or the Instagram page, please go and subscribe. I'm also on YouTube. Please go to YouTube under Book R.D. Muhammad, Plugged In, on any platform, and go and subscribe, and I'll keep dropping you guys, keep plugging you in with this knowledge, because this knowledge is what you need in order to change your zip code. Your zip code, your area code, it can change your whole entire life. And all you have to do is just implement it. Implement it. And get away from people. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.